Hello, welcome back. I'm Will, the Nerdy Nerf Herder. We're back here in Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. We have arrived at the Sith base on Mannan, and now it's time to find what we need to find. And we brought our droid for a reason. Come on. We'll do that then. Maybe I should check the equipment on him. Make sure we're up to date. There we go. That makes us a little happier.
What?
Alrighty. Go ahead, activate that shield on the droid. And then for us, we want that master speed. Bodies. Oh, well, get us some loot. Now that all the fighting stops. Alrighty, let's take a look at our new data pad. There we go. In regards to the system in place to cycle water from the ocean to the thermal heaters, what were you thinking? What made you put that airlock mechanism on the only other path to the base? Now everyone has to know to cycle the water out of one room and into the adjoining one for each of the 3 rooms in sequence without accidentally flooding the room they're in. We lost 7 troopers just this week. Next time I'm there, you better show me how to do it properly. I can't afford to lose any more of my aides while trying to get to the cell cath. Sorry, sir, but we had to change the pump mechanism since one of those fish people swam into one of the intakes outside. The external flow controls push the water into the chambers north and south only now. The flow controls on the inside wall switches the water between sides east and west. The trick now is to push the water into the north and south extremes, then switch the water east and west and walk through. The meters by the flow control panels show if there is water in the adjacent room. We've also installed lifeform detection sensors, so there shouldn't be any more aid problems. We're trying to get the system passed as quickly as possible, sir, but the Cellcath authorities monitoring our base have made this much more difficult. Alrighty. But we're not done there. We want to explore every part of the base. And right now we don't have that much explored. Speed, and then let's try. You know what? I'll set the bottom. Alright, got the data module from the submarine, which is the mission the Republic sent us on. But we want to do so much more. Ooh. Now we're talking. See, much better.
And you need?
Sure.
Okay.
What?
Channel switch we're on. And this is why we bring our little droid friend. For a grand total of 3 parts, we gain some experience.
And you need?
Yes?
And get somebody to march around for us.
see what you got.
We are getting fewer. Let's try. That was weird. That was definitely weird.
What? Sure.
And we're going to regain our force points here for just a moment. I don't know what happened during that combat that caused us to basically stop having our attacks. Alright, sorry about that. Let's get back. Actually, he can go running right towards the wall. Get out of my fort. Weird. Okay. We'll go back to it. Because we need to get into a computer to turn that off.
Sure.
So this will be to the front desk.
You there. I don't recognize you. How did you get in here? I don't recognize you, and I know every Sith on this planet. Commander Gran, you authorized this person to enter? I don't know them, and their identification doesn't match up. They're spies.
What? Sound the alarm! Droids, destroy them!
We have right, guys? There it is. Droids are not like this. That's interesting. I wonder if I were to quit and reload if it would cause that. Oh well, I'm not too worried. We saw it did it for one and then it threw me. And the other person was like, wait a minute. Oh, righty. Gotta use my desk. So I think the desk will look better. Let's go back here. I could be thinking of yeah, I think I'm probably so we have to go through the pressure doors before we can do anything, or turn off that heat vent and gain access to the elevators. That one's currently
Warning.
not functioning. We need to fill this one.
Warning. Activating flow control may flood occupy. Warning.
Well, now we can get through the door. So we won our night. And then, since you grouped up so nicely. Alrighty. I guess we can go ahead and use a med pack.
Need?
Yes?
What gloves do I have on? Oh yeah, no. Working with that. Okay. I love the little quirky glitches that we keep finding.
Not this again!
There. Let's see what we got here. Ooh, let's overload that. They did. Security room? Yeah, we're not doing anything with that one. Training room. Flow control room. Ah. There we go.
Sure.
Now that we've done that. We can go back to that same room and loot that. So that's what we're going to focus on first. Get the items. I mean, I guess we could have activated the heat, like, energy shield thing and walked right through it, but all that. Working security panel. And a signal. But also, I love how this is like supposed to be underwater, so like, yeah. Dark ocean. And there's our security droid friend. We might as well keep we're going to recover the force points anyway. Walking back to where we would be. Oh, I love it when they shoot us. See? Now we're
Yes?
What?
Let's see, that's where we were before. We went back and took care of those droids. Alrighty then. For this, we'll go in here. I want to come over here first. Intruder should be on the alarm shop. No, wait. We should not always be running to the masters for help. We should handle this on our own. Perhaps this is a test to get that prepared for us. What are you doing here? Only masters and apprentices are allowed here. I am Brent Cass. What are you Selkath doing inside the Sith Embassy? Chalice has me investigating the disappearance of young Selkath. Selkath Sith, I'm here to kill it. The Sith are teaching us mastery of the Force. Our alliance with the Sith will bring strength to Mannan and the Selkath people. The Sith are evil. What they told you was a lie. If you ally with the Sith, then you'll suffer their fate, death. Good, I knew the Sith would win. The Sith are evil? Public propaganda. The Sith are the victims of lies and half-truths. They are not monsters, no more so than the Republic. The Sith have promised to guide us through the use of the Force as a sign of their good faith. Once the Republic is defeated, the Sith have promised to withdraw from Mannan to defend our independence. If the Republic is defeated, the Sith will enslave your planet. The Sith just want to corrupt you. Spare us your lies. The Sith have treated us with nothing but respect and honor. You speak as if we are prisoners here, but we can leave whenever we wish. Our friend Gala chose to leave, and he has returned safely to his home office. Sasha, let's say remember what happened at Paris? Paris is nothing but a Republic lie. The Sith are such monsters and proven. Surely there must be some evidence of the horrors they commit. The Sith are evil, Sasha, and only want Manon's KotOR. The Sith are evil, Sasha, and they will use you to conquer Mannan for the KotOR. So you say, but why should we believe you? We need physical proof, not the words of some Republic sympathizer. Sway, give me some time and I will find the proof. The Sith are evil. Sasha, I think we should give them a chance to prove themselves. We will not report your presence in the Sith Masters yet. If you bring us proof that the Sith lies and torture, we will return to our families and report this to Akko City authorities. Until then, we shall stay here and continue our training in the way of the Force. But then, we got this corner room. No, it's this. This tortured Selkath was holding some sort of token. Have you brought us evidence to back up your accusations? Have you conquered the Sith are evil as you claim? I found a young Cellcat dying from torture here. He gave me this. Sasha, this is the pen I gave Dallas when we were children. There is blood on it. You could have found this anywhere. For all we know, you killed Dallas. Persuade. The Sith tortured him to death, Sasha. You know it's true. I don't know if we should believe him, Sasha. And it's not enough. I'm still not convinced the Sith are the most you claim. You must find more definitive evidence to start believing. I mean, on the evidence. Yeah. Alright. So obviously my persuade wasn't as high as I thought. I probably should have been putting points back in it. Oh well.
How did you get in here? Wait.
How did you get in here?
I recognize you. Lord Malak was most displeased when he learned you had escaped Terrace alive. He has promised a great reward to whoever destroys you.
Well, let me guess. You intend to collect this reward, right?
Master, give us the honor of aiding you in destroying this enemy.
See? What did I tell you?
As you wish, my eager apprentices. We shall remove this thorn from Malak's side once and for all.
Alrighty then. Apparently I am having time on the roll. There you go, Zoe. That's the spirit. Take him out.
And you need?
What?
I was talking to him when I'm trying to pee. Hold on. Through the door. Save mine. Welcome, by the way. Thank you for joining me today. Alright, we got the data pad. Now let's see which one it is here in our inventory. These appear to be the personal notes of the Dark Jedi Master in charge of the Sith base on Mannan. It seems that the Sith have been trying to turn Cellcat over to the dark side. After reading the lengthy progress reports on this topic, it seems that the final plan was to use the young Cellcat to overthrow the current government and install a puppet government that the Sith would dominate.
Yes?
So
What?
that is the proof of evil of the Sith that we need for the self-cat apprentices. What have you brought us? Evidence to back up your accusation? Have you found proof that the Sith are evil as you claim? This data pad proves the Sith are lying to you. This is the Master's own data pad. Look, they are speaking the truth. I cannot believe it, and yet the evidence is right before me. The Sith have wanted to use us to betray Mannan. I must apologize for doubting you. The Sith are truly as evil as you claim. We must report this to Otto City authorities. Yes, we must report this at once. Thank you, humans, for showing us the truth. You have saved us from a terrible mistake.
Just be careful with those gifts you've already learned. Beware the dark side, or you may end up betraying your world regardless.
Quickly, my friends, we can stay here no longer. We must flee the embassy and warn our people against the plot to corrupt and on youth. Alrighty. And now we return to Mannan proper. Welcome, welcome. I'm doing well, and how about yourself? I'm sorry if the chat has a little bit of delay there. It looks like we gotta go out the front door. So we're gonna immediately be confronted by Selkat authority. You there, human. You are placed under the arrest of the Otto City Civil Authority. What? Why? Through the system, though the Sith embassy is here considered sovereign territory of the Sith Empire, we have been monitoring an alarming number of weapon discharges and detonations from within the base. Our cameras recorded you entering the base shortly before contact was lost and finding the apparent behavior. It is the conclusion of the Otto City Civil Authority that you are responsible for the disturbance here, and you are hereby placed under arrest to await your trial. As material witness, these individuals who accompany you will be detained at your vessel, and the vessel itself is prohibited from leaving Mannan. We will leave now. Do not attempt to resist, or we shall resort to overwhelming force. I love how they decide what the overwhelming force is, to know, thinking we could do this. Not that we would. Greetings, humans. I'm KotOR, and I have been selected as your arbiter for the duration of your trial. What have I been charged with? You have been charged with initiating violence within the Sith embassy, murdering members of the ambassadorial commission of the Sith Empire, and disregarding our own laws in regard to violence in Otto City. How will you get me free? I would first like to ask you a few questions regarding the events that led up to your arrest. I have already been given all relevant data on you and your companions so that you can be disregarded. For what reason did you enter the Sith Empire? I had authorization to enter. Indeed, I find that unlikely also. Perhaps the judges will be more sympathetic to you. What is your prior association with the Sith? I am on a mission to stop them from taking over the galaxy. The Sith are an expansionistic power true and at war with the Republic. You make it your personal mission to foil them, but the authorities take a dim view of it taking place here. I think it'll be more. Alright. That should be all the information I require of you for now. If you wish. Don't you need to ask more questions? I have all the information I need. We should process now. The judges are waiting. How can you expect to defend me without getting more information? I think this trial is relatively straightforward. It should be obvious to the judge what has transpired. I think I would rather represent myself. Well, that is your right. I strongly recommend it. I am versed in all the mistakes, including the case and self-cap law. You would do well to heed my advice. No, I'll represent myself. You off-worlders are not known for your mental prowess. I shall leave your demise up to you. So yeah, many of my Lego sets have been destroyed again. That's what I mean by quite destructive. Alright, how do you plead? Not guilty. Let the record show that the trial has been presiding are Judges Sheltar, Joseph, Nalesha Khan, KotOR, and Dula. This trial is to determine the culpability and punishment of the individual in the recent assault on the Sith embassy. Given the severity of this trial, we can dispense with the normal formalities of the court and proceed directly. You have pleaded not guilty, yet there were reports of weapons fire and detonations from within the Sith embassy. You were seen entering and leaving the embassy. The Sith have not conferred with the authorities about this matter, but from all available evidence, it would seem that you are the source of the disturbance. What is your explanation for being in the Sith embassy? I was investigating the disappearances of young Zelkath. You believe that the Sith have had something to do with the disappearances? The offloader has probably been listening to Shayless and his rumor mongering. Most likely. Do you have any proof to back up your assumption? Have the Sith been implicated? I have this data pad as proof that the Sith are up to no good. We'll go with the data pad. Let it be noted that the court has taken this new evidence into consideration. This is most disturbing. The court will adjourn for a brief period to verify this evidence and discuss its importance. gratitude for having discovered the heinous offense, all charges against you regarding this incident will be dropped. Pending a suitable penalty against the citizen, the embassy is considered off-limits to all Otto City security personnel. No calls or incidents from their base will be attended to until the matter is dealt with, as they are no longer subject to the protections of self-cap law. Alright. Now we are free, and our party restored to us. We're going to go talk to our buddy here.
Jolie, coming to check in on an old man? I must confess, I would rather you were here to speak to the warden and begin my trial. Soon, old friend. We don't want to go to trial until we've got the whole picture. Oh, I grow weary of staring at these four bare walls. But I suppose you know what you're doing. You know, the role of arbiter cannot be taken lightly.
Let's go over the evidence.
Well, you know I was having an affair with Alasa. I went there to break it off that night. But I can tell you it wasn't easy. She was young and beautiful. But I love Alora. I knew I had to do it. I broke it off quickly as I could, and then I left. I found out later she'd been murdered when the Selkath authorities came knocking on my door. But let's look at the facts they've given. Alasa was brutally killed. Think about that. She was a Sith, trained in battle, and I'm just a crippled old man. My war injuries make it difficult for me to walk, even to hold things. See how my hands are shaking? How could I kill a Sith warrior at close quarters? I ask you. Further, they say they found my hero's cross at the crime scene. Would I leave my war medal behind if I killed someone? Even I'm not that stupid. Obviously, the Sith planted the cross. And what about the lack of forensic evidence? Skin and hair samples, clothing fibers. Why isn't there anything like that at the crime scene? Sounds like an obvious frame-up to me. I hope you can see how the Sith are manipulating the Selkath, and probably even you to set up this against me. We need to get this over with quickly and clear my name. Anything else I can help you with? I want my arbiter to be well prepared before we go to trial.
Alrighty. There's a few things we have
Go
to
ahead,
do.
ask. A Rhodian? I didn't know there were any Rhodians on Mannan. Oh, except... Okay, so maybe there are the evidence of a Sith conspiracy. Go ahead,
I know you're guilty, Sunray. I've got the Republic data recording.
So the truth is out. I never meant to kill her, you know. When I found out she was a Sith spy using me to gain information, something inside me just snapped. She didn't know I had found out. So I waited until she fell asleep. And then I killed her. Simple, really. But once I realized what I'd done, I panicked. I contacted those spies from the Republic to help me. They found the illegal monitoring device that the Sith had planted in the room, altered its recording to hide my part in it, and cleared up the evidence. I figured that was the end of it.
But the Sith found out the truth, didn't they?
The Sith must have been spying on me and Alasa, trying to make sure she wasn't a double agent. They must have seen the Republic spies getting rid of all the evidence, so they planted their own evidence. Alasa must have stolen that hero's cross from me long ago and given it to her Sith masters like some kind of trophy. I just thought I'd misplaced it. But when the cross turned up on her body, I knew the Sith had put it there. So, now you know the whole story. What are you going to do?
So if he's guilty, we could say he confessed, and he's going to be like, no, I won't betray your secret. We'll go on with the trial. Or we just didn't run them out.
I'm some kind of monster, don't you? All I did was kill a Sith. How many Sith have you killed? Dozens? Hundreds? Thousands?
That's different, Sunry, and you know it. We don't kill them in cold blood while they sleep.
I don't see how the two of us are any different. She was a spy. She was using me to get information so Malak's army could destroy the Republic. She deserved his eye.
Killing your lover while she sleeps is murder, even if she is a Sith. I suppose you're right, I won't expose you. If you confess, the court might show mercy.
If I confess, I'm looking at 20 years in prison. And the Otto City officials might even place KotOR sanctions on the Republic Embassy. Without KotOR, how can we treat the injuries to our soldiers on the front lines?
These are just excuses, Sunry. We both know you have to own up to your crimes.
No, I can't do that. And put the Republic's supply of KotOR in danger. No, I won't. Now look, I may have done something stupid. And it may only be worse for my standing by it, but I will not If you turn me in, the Republic will likely lose its KotOR export privileges, and then we'll lose the war for sure. Are you going to send all those thousands, millions like Taurus to their deaths just for your sense of justice?
Sunry, this is wrong, and you know it. I am a Jedi. What is it that you expect me to do to defend your actions?
You do whatever you have to, Jolie. I know what I did. But I also know what's at stake here. No, I'll rot in here if I have to. But I won't betray the Republic. Do what you have to. But know what the consequences will be.
Alrighty. With that, we should have the option to talk to Jolie and
Got something on your mind? Manann's and that's... Oh, I get it.
maybe not. Alright, let's go on to the trial. No, we'll save the trial for now. So if we had done the trial before we broke into the Sith embassy and got the record, and had gone there, we would have been greeted as a former arbiter, and the guy that was originally representing us wouldn't have been so harsh or insulting about his opinions of our ability to represent ourselves. Because if we had had a successful hearing, he'd be like, okay, well, obviously you've done that before, you do have actual experience, maybe you would be alright. And he kind of drops it. Instead of just being like, oh, off-worlders have low intelligence, you're gonna fail. Ugh. Back to the Republic Embassy. We can talk to.
Have you managed to retrieve the data from our droid in the Sith base?
Yes, here it is.
Excellent. It does not appear to have been tampered with, so the Sith did not manage to copy its contents yet. And now for your information. We are not supposed to speak of this, but since you are a Jedi and we have exhausted all the other options, I think I can entrust you with this. As you know, the Republic is fighting for its very existence against the evil of the Sith Empire. As you also undoubtedly know, we're doing very poorly. We need much in the way of supplies and material to stem the tide of battle and bring us victory. Mannan is the sole source of KotOR, the most powerful medical substance in the galaxy. Frankly, we need as much of it as we can get.
Republic done?
The Selkath conservatives, with their neutrality treaties,
Sorry, so
seem
yeah,
to treat the Sith
I
and the
love
Republic
animals
equally.
in general.
This includes KotOR exports.
I do
but
have
a
a
few
fondness
more
for cats. I get
far-sighted
cats.
Selkath see that if the Sith are ever allowed to win, the galaxy will be plunged into darkness, and there would be
But
nothing
I've
to stop
always
them
had
from
a
taking
gift for
Mannan
animals.
anyway. So we made a deal.
So, what sort of deal?
We recently began construction of a secret underground facility to harvest KotOR directly at its source. We also hope to one day be able to synthesize it effectively. Current techniques are insufficient for the task, so we must mine it for now. The amount we take would hardly be noticed, since most is lost naturally before it reaches the surface anyway. We were nearing completion of the base when the digging teams reported some sort of obstruction, an ancient building or artifact, possibly your star map. Transmissions from the base were cut off abruptly after that, and we haven't heard from the station since.
Why have you not investigated? What happened down there? What does it have to do with me?
As you may have noticed, we're hiring a lot of mercenaries around here. Ostensibly, they're to be shipped off-world to aid in our fight against the Sith, but they're really for another purpose. When we lost contact with the station in the Hrackard Rift, we sent our contingent of Republic soldiers down to investigate. None returned. We've tried hiring mercenaries and sending them down as well, but none of those expeditions have returned either. The reason we really sent that droid underwater, and the reason we needed its data back so badly, was to find out what happened to the Hrackard Rift station. But now that we have the data back, our operation is in no danger of exposure to the Sith. And now I must live up to my end of the bargain.
How will we get down there?
I took the liberty of having a submarine prepared for your departure. Merely use this card to get past the door behind our KotOR packing room and enter the sub they're in. It has been programmed to take you down to the station, and also to take you back up should you need something. I would send soldiers to assist you, but we've lost many of ours, and nearly exhausted the mercenary population of this planet. The soldiers we have are barely enough to keep this base secure. The Sith have also noted our interest and begun to bribe mercenaries away from us. Please, find out what happened to the facility. There may be some survivors left down there. Perhaps even the head scientist, Kono Nolan. Good luck in your efforts.
Alrighty. And down we go into the depths.
No problem.
But yeah, animals just make sense to me. Into the submarine go. It's like, so let's make a submarine, but let's not make a bongo like what we used in episode 1. Let's make something a little more. Which, speaking of cats wrecking Lego, I need to fix my bongo sub from the original release of it that I've got for like a Star Wars where the cats have knocked a couple pieces loose. That is kind of like the eternal struggle of being a pet owner and a Lego collector. Is you're constantly having to fix the sets on that your cats break. Like you can have a set sitting on a bookshelf.
How did you get in?
Like, oh,
Did
let
they
me
send
jump
another
up onto the
submersible?
bookshelf.
Quick, we have to get out of here. We have to get away.
So yeah, how did you get in? What did they send another submersible quick? We have to get out of here. We have to get away. Why? What happened?
No! No, we have no time. We have to leave now. I managed to close the door after they killed everyone else, but I don't know how long it will hold.
I'm not going anywhere.
We have to! We have to leave! The Selkath, they went crazy. They started killing anything that moved. Someone must have triggered the defense systems too, because all the droids activated as well. I was one of the mercs the Republic sent down here to find out what happened. We came down and secured the first couple of rooms. There were bodies everywhere. And the Selkath came out, screaming and croaking their fishy little war cries.
But I love the beasties, so I'm not While I may claim they knock a few pieces off my Lego sets here and there, I would not change not owning them for fixing the set. Not having to fix the sets.
They swarmed out and over us. There was no way we could stop them. So we ran. But hardly any of us made it. I locked the door behind us, but the others had already left in the submersible. The sharks. The Ferox are out there, and worse. I heard an explosion shortly after the submersible left. They didn't make it. Just food for the sharks and the Selkath. Like us.
I have to get into the station. Let's get you back to the surface.
Yes. No! There's something out there. It got the other submersible already. We can't leave until you do something. Blow up the entire station, maybe. That might distract whatever it is long enough for us to escape to the surface. But all the machinery and stuff is in the southern half, and that's been flooded. There might still be environmental suits around, but the Selkath might have laid their eggs in them.
Wait here while I go into the
No!
station.
I locked the door so the Selkath won't get in. If you open it, we're all done for. If you go in there, you're dead. You're all dead. If you want to die, then go. You won't hear me mourning for you. I'll stay here and be safe until some sort of real rescue comes.
Like 2 dudes and a droid is not a rescue party. But we are a rescue party, I promise. Alrighty. Our droid friend here. Let's get our map filled out a little bit. If they are going to attack us, we do want to go ahead and kind of take care of who we can. Just make things a little easier for us. So there's our environmental suits. Go ahead and get our area schematics uploaded and log out.
Sure.
So now we've got that uploaded. We're going to kind of meander our way through the base, collecting stuff and taking stuff out along the way.
Never too old for this. Yes?
Can. Let's go ahead and level our friend up here, because with this level up, he'll get that higher wisdom score, and we'll get to see his powers have a lot less resistance. I think we need to, yeah. We're gonna give him Master Valor.
Sure.
Alrighty. Promise we can finish the level. There we go. Reactivate the droid. That experience.
Sure.
And let's keep moving through this space. Hello, everybody.
What?
You really feel the underground base with stuff going seriously wrong here. Scientist Memo and Sonic. Let's go for that. In response to those Phyraxian sharks outside, I managed to whip up a little something in one of the workrooms. This is a sonic emitter which should scare them off. The sound seems to work a lot better underwater than through the air, and if you fix it on the outside of an envirosuit, just push the button every time and they get near and you'll have no problems. So I was just wondering, when am I going to get that raise? Cal Jordan. It is a shame. They never got that raise. That's why you should ask for your raise today. Alright. T3. Let's get rid of that shield.
Yes?
As we
What?
try to keep moving and clear out all of the enemies. So that time is
What?
the same as our last one. Hey! There's our level up. Let's go ahead and take that fucking up. You know what? With 2 points. I don't like that we failed the persuade check. Alrighty then. For our feet. That's what we go with. For our power. For our big force storm. And then 1920 will force will allow us to debuff our enemies. So I'm not wanting to go into the Alrighty. Guess then we want to get rid of our self-half. That way, Whimpering Walker and everything else kind of have a free shot.
What?
The base has been cleared. No more now. That is our goal.
Yes?
Yes?
Which, where are we on the map? So we're almost back to the other end of the corridor, so... I think, yeah, we can open this door.
No problem. Didn't work.
And you need...
What? Sure.
Okay. sneak attack advantage applies. That's why having Jolie with Satan's field is so nice. That's why Force Whirlwind is so nice for our character build over Force Way. Alrighty. We have officially looped.
And you need...
What?
To the other end of the hallway. Here's another droid. We can reactivate it and do all this stuff. So we can get that experience.
And you need...
Sure.
That one is sealed from the other side. So now we're gonna go back to Whimpering Moth. Basically down the hall. Here. And to the right. We'll go ahead and use Force speed to get up there faster. So everybody else will catch up while we're in battle. And we're going to be going into solo mode shortly thereafter anyway, so it won't matter. Alrighty, let's see our Whimpering Mocker.
Is somebody out there? Fishy, fishy, fishy. Come and eat me too. You can't get me, little fishy. Not in here. I'm safe behind my walls.
I'm Brand Cass, and I've been sent by the Republic to investigate what happened here.
Investigate? You're just like the others. Fodder for the Selkath. Walking fish next. Trump, trump, trump. If you can run, you might be fast food.
When the Selkath went insane and started killing everybody, I locked myself in here. I'm safe in here. Nothing can hurt me in here. No fishy food for me.
What made the Selkath insane?
Don't know. Go ask them. When the demon screamed, it shook every mind in the station. We fell to the ground but survived. Fishy fishies, though, they just got hungry.
Which way? Come out, we'll protect you from the Selkath.
No. That's what the others said. Mercenaries like you, but they're dead. The Selkath ate them. Lunchy munchy. Only the ones left in the south part of the base might still be alive, or where the KotOR is. Few fishies there, but many, many, many fishies in between the water. Bye-bye. Go look for fishy people. They'll chomp and bite and chomp and bite. Food for fishy. That's you.
I love that we have a little bit of unhinged dialogue from a survivor. Like, yes, trauma responses are real. Even the subtle killers. Alrighty, into our suppressor door. So we only have one, so the rest of the party has to stay behind. Leave the party behind.
Who's there? You're not Selkath, I can see that much. Are you another rescue crew?
I am Brad Cass, the Republic sent us down to investigate.
I'm a merc the Republic hired a couple days ago to investigate. But all we found was a bunch of insane Selkath killing everything that moves. All my companions are dead. The Selkath swarmed over us. There were dozens of them. And they looked wrong, somehow. Like something had changed inside them. Insane or something. Oh, I'd have gone back to the surface long ago if this complex hadn't been overrun by all those crazy Selkaths. There's no way for me to get to the submarine docking bay.
What are you doing on the underwater section?
I discovered a way to get to the bay and seal off the rest of the base. I just have to find the KotOR harvester they built on the edge of the Hackert Rift. It's got an emergency override to open the doors to the submarine docking bay. And I could get in from the outside. I figured my only chance was to slap on an environment suit, head out onto the ocean floor, and check that harvester out for myself. Besides, it's gotta be safer out on the ocean floor than back in there with all those crazed cell-calf mutants running around looking for dinner.
Alrighty, okay, I'll come with you. You wait here. I still need to investigate.
I'm not spending another minute in this facility. Not with those... I'm heading out to the ocean floor right now. It leads to another complex of buildings. We should probably stick together. But I won't wait around in here with the cell-calf. You can catch up with me if you want. Down the hall and through the doors on the right. I'll be waiting on the ocean floor.
Dude, it's not safe on the ocean floor. Believe that's here. There is loot that you can like get to down here. It's really not that worth that much, just because of how slow you move.
Come on, hurry up. Don't just stand there, we have to keep moving. The water is filled with... Ow! Ah!
Oh. Alright, shark's got him. But we have our shark trap. So, like, if we just kind of wait till they get close. Voila. So yeah, slightly southern accent. My mom's from the Midwest, though. I haven't been streaming for very long. I think I started a couple months ago, and I'll admit I probably should be doing more with settings and whatnot, but like, I'm about the game. I need to start getting some short form content out, but between my day job and being a father, kind of gotten behind. I originally was doing it as something to kind of help pass my time while I was unemployed. Here.
Didn't work.
And that's kind of our answer for Bruce now. It's just horse lightning. And yes, you can use force lightning as a new character. And it doesn't actually affect our light side balance. So unlike the sequels, you get like some sort of benefit. But yeah, I need to do short form content, just haven't made it there yet. Gotta figure stuff out, and life's been extra busy. My mom ended up moving out of her place that she's lived in for like 30 years. So that kind of made things a little tough for the last month, helping her get moved out. Try with mine since I know I don't have it. And then real quick, we're going to get rid of that stealth field generator. We're going to go ahead and get
No, you can't come in here. You'll let the Firaxa and the Selkath in. No, stay out! Stay out! I won't let you open the door for those monsters to get in. I'll stop you. I'll suck all the pressure out of the chamber. That'll stop you.
Kill them! Kill them now!
60 seconds to complete depressurization.
Come on.
54.
No. The Firaxa will get us. No, the Selkath are coming. No!
No! Ah!
Calm down. Everything will be okay. I'm a friend. I'll protect you. You're both safe now.
I'm sorry for what I did. I don't know what came over me. I just panicked when I heard someone outside the door. Please forgive me. I'm just so scared.
We're both just scared.
When the Selkath went crazy, I thought everyone else except me and Sammy went mad. We had a few people outside the station when it happened.
The Frax and Sharks just tore them apart. It was like they were frenzied.
The next thing we knew, our Selkath researchers started screaming and clawing at everything around them. My team was torn apart and eaten before my eyes. Sammy and me, I thought we were the only ones left. We heard the Selkath outside the doors every once in a while. Strange noises echoing through the base.
We thought everyone was dead or insane. I must have been hysterical. I don't know what I can say. I truly apologize for the horrible mistake I was making.
I'm KotOR, and this is Sammy. We were scientists working here on the Harakard Rift project.
Which, by the way, you can find my content on YouTube. comes to pass. Hold on one moment. What was the Republic doing here?
We had a secret agreement with the moderates in the Selkath government. They knew that Mannan could not survive independently if the Sith were victorious.
Those thugs would wipe out the whole damn planet just to get at the KotOR.
So the Republic approached them about making this secret installation to harvest more KotOR, where the Sith couldn't see us. But all that went horribly, horribly wrong.
What happened?
We don't know. Not for sure.
The work teams were outside in the rift, near the vent. Then there was this rumbling, and my head felt like it was splitting open.
This monster rose up from the rift.
It was a Firaxa shark, I think. Bigger than anything I'd ever seen before. Bigger than our submersibles.
It was like it was screaming inside my head.
Then all the Selkaths started screaming too. And they turned on us.
Turned on you?
It was like they couldn't control themselves. Like the sound that the monster was making in our heads drove them insane.
Well, maybe it was protecting the ruins by the rift.
It could have been. It might have a lair in the Harakard rift near the KotOR vent. That might explain a few things too.
Like what?
Like why it reacted so violently when our construction efforts got closer to the vent. And also, why it's so large. It must be feeding off the KotOR. It would have to be ancient indeed for it to reach that size. With KotOR as a food source.
And all those other Firaxan sharks? Those might be its offspring.
Which would be why they all swarmed when it called out to them. Children coming to protect their mother. That would be suicide! It's out there still!
Out there, waiting for us.
The Firaxan sharks have always been a serious problem. We had some blasters and projectile cannons to defend against them, but they still got some of our workers from time to time.
We were working on a soluble chemical compound that would drive them away. Something that smelled or tasted repulsive to them, but we never got it working right.
Oh, I think not. Even flawed like it is, it should be ideal for this situation.
No, it's not working right. You don't know what it'll do.
What are you talking about?
The repellent we made was supposed to drive Firaxan sharks away, but we never got very far in its development. The one we tested instead was violently toxic to them, rupturing their outer skin in seconds and preventing them from drawing oxygen from the water by clogging their intakes.
Which is exactly what we need in this situation. Something to kill that monster shark that destroyed our station.
But we don't know how else the chemical reacts. We only tried it in a controlled environment. In the open ocean, who knows what it could do? It could even affect the KotOR.
We know exactly what it'll do. It'll kill the shark. That's what we designed it to do.
What else?
You don't need to do anything else. We have a canister of the toxin here right now. We were working on it before the... All you need to do is insert it into... Get away as soon as you can. We don't know how much worse...
Well, the monster seems to have been driven out by the machinery we installed at the edge of the rift. We've seen it out there on the cameras, bashing itself against the machines. I think if you could destroy the machinery we installed, the shark would calm down and retreat back into its lair inside the rift. You can reprogram the harvesting machines to overpressure their self-oxidizing fuel so that the fuel tank canisters will rupture and the entire machine will destroy itself. The hydrolium gas we use is a gas at 1 to 3 million sangin, a liquid at about 4 million sangin, and a solid above that. When it's a liquid, it's very explosive. If you inject enough of the hydrolium gas into the tank, the pressure will be so great that it'll turn to liquid form and start a chain reaction inside the machine.
But But we'll lose everything we've built here. All those years of work.
It's better than whatever your chemical will do to the water.
I will try to destroy the harvesting machine.
Destroying the machinery will be better in the long run. We can't risk damaging the environment or the KotOR. You'll have to break into the computer on the harvesting machine and fiddle with the fuel injectors to get the tank pressure up to the point where the hydrolium will liquidize. Once the machinery is gone, the shark should leave.
That won't work, and you know it. We have to vent the toxin from the harvesting machine. Once the shark is dead, we can get back to mining the KotOR. You know what you have to do.
I just hope you make the right choice.
Alright, we're going to make the right choice. Which is 100% destroy the machine. Oh, not too bad, not too bad. We're almost through Mannan here, which is what we're working towards. We want to get through Mannan on this string, so we'll be with it until the very end. And then the next KotOR stream will continue what happens after Mannan. And then, of course, Sunday, we're going to be doing our Shiny Sunday stream, which I have a few options. We could Shiny Hunt, Arceus, and Brilliant Diamond. We can load into Legends EA, and I do have sandwich materials. We can try sandwich hunting and Violet as an option as well. Alright, so we want to access the tank pressure control. So it's unsayable at 4. So one contains injector pot again. Fill container. Display pressure, so we've got 5 out of 5. Oh. Okay. Transfer. Helps if I hit the right options here. Status, so we got 3 of 5, injector, transfer injector to container, dump container, transfer injector to container, fill injector, transfer injector to container, and watch it explode. So yeah, I can still see it pops up. Sometimes it's just a little bit delayed, and then for some reason it's like, oh, it keeps logging me in and out on of the chat for the actual what you're seeing. But I'm here, I can see it. It just sometimes takes a little longer to get through the OBS to me. So by destroying the machine, we save this gigantic Phyrexian shark, which is a cultural importance to the people of Mannan. And because we destroyed the machine, it's like, oh. See, this is one of my favorite games, by the way. This is a game that I originally played on the Xbox. Right now we're playing it on Switch too. And, yeah, quite far into it. All my previous streams, playthroughs, or stream for the playthrough is uploaded on YouTube, so you can go back and see what we've done in the game. You can watch me make hilarious math mistakes that I never would have made back in high school or college, but yeah. So we're kind of moving right along, and this will be our next to last star map that we're picking up. So we'll pick up the star map. We're gonna finish off Mannan today, and then from there we will trigger some events to happen before we go to our final star map, and that's where we'll get our big reveal for the game. And check this out. Alrighty. Which the remake that they were working on is the whole reason I bought a PS5, by the way. And I am looking forward to them hopefully updating it and finishing it soon and releasing it on the PS5 and not the PS6. But if they release it on the PS5 and not the PS6 and not the PS5, I want to be very sad. After all, that was the whole reason I was able to justify to the wife getting the console. Is it's one of my all-time favorite games being remade on a system I don't have. So...
We saw what you did out there on the cameras. Destroying the machinery was the right thing to do for everyone. That creature, the giant Firaxan shark, the guardian of the KotOR or whatever it was, seems to have calmed down a lot. It may even be safe to go outside now, but we'll stay here and wait for the Republic rescue crews. Thank you for not making a huge mistake.
So yeah, they're like, hey, thank you so much. I know not many people would have gone back in there just for that, but it does provide a nice role-playing aspect, I think. So now we'll go through this pressure door. Oh no. We'll go through no. We have to go through that one. Since the game decided to glitch my controls there for a moment. So, Kashik is my favorite. I'm going to try to spell it in the chat there, but I know it probably isn't right. Now that my game's allowing me to move now, let's hobble our way over to this door. That's one thing I think KotOR 2 kind of improved on is, like, it allowed the suits to go a little faster. Like, I get it's big, it's clunky, and they were trying to go for realism, but, like, just want to get that to the next part. Which, yeah, okay, we gotta do this section. There's our security droid. So, on our map, we need to go right, and then we'll go left at the end of the hall. And that is where we should have a Sith apprentice waiting for us. Or, I'm sorry, not Sith apprentice. For that one, it'll actually be the apprentice of Malak himself. So it might be a wise idea if I at least have T3 at full health.
And you need...
Sure.
And we'll go get these buffs. Let's see.
At last, my search is over. I was beginning to fear someone else had killed you and deprived me of the pleasure you may have defeated the pathetic bounty hunter my master sent after you. But you are no match for me. I have studied at the foot of the Dark Lord himself.
So yeah, the lore drop from Kashyyyk is the best part for me. Again, it introduces my favorite character with Jolie, but that lore drop on the origins of the planet and how the Wookiees kind of came to be and how this giant planet of trees came to be. Alright. How did you get down here?
Do you think those Republic subs are the only way to reach the ocean floor? Malak and Revan found a way down here long before the Rackard station was built. I acquired a ship and followed the same route Revan and my master used on their own journey. Then it was simply a matter of waiting for you to return for the star map.
You're Malak's apprentice. You can't say I'm impressed.
Your words mean nothing to me, unless you wish to beg for your life. No? Then I shall try to make this both quick and painful.
So yeah, it debuffed us there. That's okay. You know what? Let's go ahead and... That is everything. I did not expect that. So at this point in the playthrough, the lore doesn't surprise me. Like I said, I've been playing this since the game came out in like 2003. But yeah, the fact that it was a barren world and that they were able to terraform it to such massive trees. use the submersible back to the surface, where we will get arrested again by the authorities of Mannan. Because that's what they do. I love how in the second game it's like, oh, throw the character into a jail cell. Throw him into a jail cell here. Oh, here's another jail cell.
You've returned. I was beginning to fear that you too might have been lost. Did you find out what had happened down there at the facility?
The cell cath went insane. Your construction woke something
Something
up.
was down there? Living in the rift by the KotOR?
Giant Phyraxian shark that drove all the cell cath insane.
It's horrible. The entire operation wasted by a disaster we could never in 1,000 years have foreseen. What has happened to the facility itself? Were there any survivors?
A few scientists have survived.
Well, that's good to know. Good to know indeed. But what has happened to the facility? Was it damaged?
The harvesting machine was destroyed.
No, that is terrible. That will set our work back years. It may even cost us the war. While I am glad that you were able to solve our problems, the cost may have ended up being much too high. But you have done your job and helped us in our time of need. And for that, I thank you.
We're scheduled to
and did you end up finding your
star
star map?
4:30. I'm going to keep on pressing through, and we're going to finish. And we're going to get Mannan wrapped up, minus the swoop bike racing. And then we'll head to the Ebon Hawk. And that's where we will end up closing off. We are going to wrap up the rest of Mannan before I say goodbye. I know the schedule says we're stopping at 4:30, but I hate to leave it without finishing the planet properly.
As you can see, by helping us, you helped yourself. Perhaps we can work together again in the future.
Alright. So around the corner to be arrested. Stop, humans. We have detected a number of underwater detonations coming from the vicinity of the hard crack rift. You have been known to have questions about this, and our spy monitors and the embassy reported you leaving in a submersible that descended into the hard crack rift. You will come with us immediately to answer for your actions, or we will be forced to take you by force. You'll never take me alive! Very well, I will come peacefully. But if they can do that, the whole system could. Silence. This is not for outsiders to hear. Well, human, you find yourself in a most difficult situation. The Harker Rift is the most precious resource on Mannan. And anything that threatens it or the KotOR it produces threatens our entire species. We will not tolerate threats to our neutrality, our existence, and our way of life. As much as we admire your republic and your order in particular, I believe you will have a hard time explaining your role in this incident adequately. I think I'll manage this one. We have determined that you are responsible for the detonations that occurred near the Harketh Rift. We demand to know what occurred down there. The Republic has broken its neutrality treaty with us, the repercussions showing very grave indeed. What have you done to the rift? Lie. The Sith were trying to collapse the rift. The explosions were at the research station both of our governments set up there. Research station? What are you talking about? Don't try to lie to us, human. We know of this. What? It will be discussed later. This cannot be kept silent. The council will hear nothing of this, and you will keep your silence or be ejected from the court. What happened at the research station? What caused the explosion? Sorry, I got distracted there with the chat here. Give me one moment. Alright, the machinery had woken up a giant Phyrexian shark. The entire station had been driven mad. We're gonna go with a giant Phyrexian shark. A giant Phyrexian, could it be? Impossible. It is only a legend. But he said you killed it, didn't he? You killed the shark human? I didn't kill the shark. I destroyed the machinery to save it. The progenitor. It must have been. Be quiet. That is merely a myth and not fit for outsiders to hear. But if it was the life bringer, the ancestor of our species, think of what this could mean. If it was always laid there, then perhaps the KotOR. Enough. Off-worlders are not to hear of such things. But he said he saved it. He destroyed the harvesters and saved it. Indeed, this casts your actions in a new light, human. This, I believe, will require more thought, both on your actions and on what we must do in response. The court will adjourn while we deliberate. But yeah, my most memorable moment on screen, past we failed that shiny Kabbalion, or failed to recognize the shiny Kabbalion, or shiny from the star. We thank you for the destruction of the machinery and saving the giant Phyrexian, which we believe is the source of our KotOR, or at least its guardian. We will not detain you any longer. While we cannot show our gratitude overtly, we know that you have earned our respect. The trial is now over. But yeah, I think it's kind of hilarious. Like, yeah, here I am saying that my most memorable moment was basically a failure on my part to recognize Shiny Kabbalion as Shiny Kabbalion. Even though I've looked at it on Google plenty of times before and on Cerebi plenty of times, just not expecting the shiny to be there from the very beginning, I was like, oh yeah, that's normal form. Maybe I'm just misremembering. The shiny's a little bit different and thought it was you. So yeah, I ended up reversing the shiny form and the regular form. And yeah, it was a fail, and yes, I still got the shiny. I just think it is hilarious, and if we can't take the time to laugh at some of our silly, stupid mistakes, then what's the point? Like, yeah, I failed. It was embarrassing. I have been a fan of the series for so long. I played Black and White when they first came out, and for me to not recognize the shiny when I'm actively working on a shiny living dex and have been shiny hunting since Generation 4 actively. Now, I mean, I still caught shinies in Gen 3 and Gen 2, but like actively shiny hunting and seeking them out starting in Gen 4. Like, it was a bit of embarrassment, but like, still. If we can't laugh at ourselves, sometimes life's not worth it. Still caught it though. Hey, computer, did mine? I think the keyboard batteries might be dying. Alright, we're going to talk to this guy. Have you news from the UN? Have you discovered why the Republic is hiring mercenaries? Yes, they're sending them down to the secret base on the Harker Rift. The Harker Rift is as I feared, but the Republic is fortunate I was the one assigned to investigate this case. Allow me to be blunt. If I report these violations, my theory is the Republic will be banned from Mannan, but I do not wish to do this. I see the Sith for what they truly are, ruthless and evil. The Republic has always respected our independence, and if they fall, the Sith will be quick to send an invasion to conquer Mannan. But I cannot simply ignore that the Republic has changed. The Harker Rift is the source of Mannan's culture, and I fear the science station may damage production of the delicate resource.
You think the Republic is trying to steal the KotOR, perhaps?
Perhaps?
An odd thing for the Republic to do, no?
They could have. They had lost contact with the science facilities. Of course, I should have realized that was they were hiring mercenaries to investigate the situation. But I fear the mercenaries alone may not be enough to save their safety. There are ancient mysteries in the Harker Rift that even we sometimes I fear the Republic is arranging something that is best left undisturbed. I mean, I am kind of insane. I'm not gonna lie. Autism kind of does that a little bit. Alright, they awoke a creature which fed on the KotOR. There are many mysteries of the rift that we've never known before, but that would be one of them. The Republic building is disturbed in the doubt what has happened to this creature. The creature is alive. It is a most unexpected development, but one that will warrant investigation at a later time. Perhaps the Republic and we Cellcast may eventually solve. I will keep our conversation secret so that the vile Sith will not gain from the Republic's foolishness. I only hope my silence does not lead to disaster from Mannan. Here's the payment I promise. Alrighty. Now if we talk to this one over here, Shayla, we'll get the next part of it. Sorry, typo there. Heard wonderful things. I've got an Aver media capture card, and then I do have some webcams and whatnot, and just using OBS, but I have information for you, Shayless. Excellent. What have you done? Or you have done well. What have you learned? The Sith are training the Selkath youth in the ways of the Dark Jedi. Yes, this makes sense. It is a wonder I did not see this before. Mannan's greatest strength is our neutrality. If Malak brainwashes our youth and indoctrinates them in the ways of the Sith, he will have a strong following among the Selkath people. Strong enough to seize control of Mannan and our KotOR. My daughter Sasha, she too has been indoctrinated into the Sith camp. I've convinced your daughter to turn her back on the Sith ways. Human, if you speak the truth, I am forever in your debt. And yet, my joy is tempered by the knowledge that the Sith still walk freely about Mannan. Hopefully, the testimony of my daughter will be enough proof of their actions to make KotOR City authorities take action. I hope so. You have done much for me, human. Here are the credits I promised you. Only wish I had more to give. Thank you, Shayless. Please excuse me now, human. I must go speak with the Mannan authorities about this plot and what they have done to my beloved daughter. So, he's going to talk to them, and we took the money rather than, so like the museums. Or what I've mainly heard about. My family are a bunch of museum junkies. Alrighty, we're going to talk to the warden to get the trial for Sunry going. Are you certain, human? Once the trial has begun, it cannot be stopped. Once judgment is given, the case can never be reopened. Yes, let's begin the trial. Very well, human. I shall provide the report, and we will begin immediately. Let the record show that the trial of Sunry versus KotOR City authorities has commenced. Presiding are Judges Sheltar, Joseph, Nala Sekre, This trial is to determine the culpability of Sunry in the death of the Sith Alasa. Representing Sunry in his defense is a member of the Jedi Order. Do you have an opening statement? Sunry is guilty of the murder. He has confessed to me. Sunry is guilty of the murder. I have this recording as proof. I will find Sunry innocent. So we're going to try to see if we can find him innocent. That remains to be seen. Acting as prosecutor for the Otto City Authority is an impartial observer from the system.
It is an honor to see justice served, and I will see Sunry is executed for the crime he has committed.
Do not be too overzealous. The first matter of business is the presentation of a sworn testimony by the proprietor Ignis of the hotel where the murder occurred. What is the testimony you wish to give us?
The man I saw leaving, Sunry, probably left after I heard the blaster shot.
The guilt of the accused is apparent even this early in the trial.
Know your place, Sith. This is important evidence. The court will keep this in mind near the top of the list of its pertinent facts. We will now begin by calling forth the witness to the crime and taking their testimony. After each witness has given their testimony and you have cross-examined them, you may ask the presiding judges for their opinions on the current state of the case. This is a special privilege given by Mannan law only to the defendant, so use it wisely. The first witness is Spirit. The prosecution will question the witness first.
You are Firith Me, the well-known Pazak player. I wonder if we can trust the word of a gambler as reliable testimony.
Do not undermine the witness.
Of course, Your Honor. Firith Me, what did you see the night of the murder?
Well, I came out into the hallway after hearing the blaster shot and saw Sunry over there limping down the hall out of the building.
A very obvious point, Your Honors. The accused was seen leaving the scene of the crime after the blaster that killed Alasa was fired.
Very pertinent point, prosecutor. Now the defense's turn to cross-examine the witness. Did you actually see the murder happen?
You mean actually see him kill her with my own eyes? Well, no, but I don't think there could have been anyone else there.
Your point is well taken, Arthur. Do you have any additional questions? Alasa is a dark Jedi, isn't she?
Yes, from what I could tell. She carried a lightsaber under that cloak of hers.
Objection! That doesn't prove she was a Jedi.
No, this piece of evidence is very important. It establishes the character of Alasa and perhaps her intent in dealing with Sunry. Do you have additional questions? How could Sunry have harmed her if he was a cripple?
Well, he was moving pretty fast running away, but yeah, I mean, how could he kill a Sith warrior in combat? I don't know for sure.
Do not think less of Sunry because of his handicap. He is fully capable. Can't you see that the man can hardly walk, let alone fight Alasa? That is enough for now. We will deliberate on this later in private. Do you have additional questions? Was the metal left at the crime scene not a little too obvious?
I think it may have been. I mean, you'd have to be pretty stupid to leave something that important lying around, wouldn't you?
This argument has merit. Do you have additional questions? I have no additional questions. Very well. Would you like to use this opportunity to poll the judges? No. Since the defense has no further questions, we will call out the second witness, Rodian Glooper. The prosecution may question the witness.
Glooper the Rodian. You were staying in the hotel the night of the murder and saw Sunry leaving Elassa's room, didn't you?
Yes.
This is clear, then, that Sunry left the room with the Sith Elassa already dead behind him.
Perhaps, Sith, perhaps. It is the turn of the defense to question the witness now. Did you see Sunry kill Elassa? Lupor not. See, Sunry really hurts it, but Lupor did see Sunry leaving room with that Sith in it. But Lupor not see him really kill Sith. An important distinction, Arbiter. Do you wish to ask the witness anything else? Is it the metal at the crime scene too obvious a clue? Lupor not know why anyone leaves things in someone else's room. Lupor just thinks things happen. It's just odd. Yes, it's odd indeed. Did you plant the metal on Elassa?
Don't do it, Glooper.
The prosecution will be silent. What is it you wish to say, Lupor? Lupor paid by
Lies!
Sith to
Slander!
plant
I
the metal.
object!
Are you certain of this, Lupor? Lupor certain. This new evidence puts the entire case in a new light. Do you wish to ask the witness anything else? I have no additional questions. So we're not going to hammer in. Would you like to poll the judges at the time? Nope. I mean, I enjoy being a girl dad as well as being a boy dad. My girl is into Star Wars while my son is into Pokemon, so like I call that a win right there.
Your husband
They
was
both
a
love
hero in the
video
Lost
games,
War between the
Stardew
Sith
Valley,
Empire
and
and the
Minecraft,
Republic.
so
He
like
was crippled in that war. Do you not believe he
I'm a
blamed the
proud
Sith
dad.
for
That's
his
all I can say on
injury?
that.
Yes. I guess he would.
And there you have motive. Sunry seeks revenge on the Sith for what they did to him and killed Elassa.
A supposition. Now, prosecutor, does the defense have any questions for the witness? Was it true your husband was having an affair with Elassa?
Yes. Yes, it was true. He was having an affair with that Sith harlot.
It seems painfully obvious that he killed her to keep her quiet about the affair.
He'd been seeing her for some time, I think. But he said he was going to change. He'd gone there that night to end it. We talked the night before and he'd promised. But now things have become so very complicated.
Sunry was a Republic war hero, wasn't
Yes. He fought against the Sith in the last war. He fought bravely and was even awarded the Hero's Cross. I don't know how much that means to the Sith or to your Selkath, your honors. But in the Republic, it is awarded only to the bravest, most valorous, most honorable men. The kind of man who earns that medal would not kill someone in cold blood.
Your husband earned a medal because he excelled at killing Sith. It relates directly. Do not let personal opinions sway your judgment of the law. Do you have any more questions, Arbiter? I have no additional questions. Nope.
I wish to call for... Are you a war hero, Mr. Sunry? You fought in wars against the Sith Empire, correct?
Yes, that's right. And I don't regret it either. The Republic needs its heroes.
Indeed. Would you say that you dislike the Sith? Even hate them?
Of course I hate them. Trying to take over the galaxy every chance they get, killing millions of innocents?
Pure politics. Were you in Alassa's room on the night of the murder?
Well, yes, I was. I had been having an affair with Alassa and my wife, yes. But I realized how wrong I'd been, and I was going there to end it.
You were having an affair with a Sith. You wanted to end it quickly and quietly, so you killed her from behind and tried to flee.
No,
I think we can see the answer clear enough, Mr. Sunry.
Do not interrupt me. In fact, I think you said quite enough already, Prosecutor. Alassa was a Sith spy, wasn't she?
Of course she was. Why would a young, beautiful Sith woman get with an old cripple like me?
You are not helping yourself, Sunray. You only give a reason why you might kill her. He merely states facts. The incompetence of the murderer indicates that her occupation was not the motive for the killing. Fact remains, Alassa was a Sith and likely a spy as well. Is there anything else? How could Alassa have gotten a hold of your medal? You were going there to end the affair. Would the Sith object?
Yes, I think they would. They wouldn't want to lose one of their sources, even though I didn't give them anything. They might have killed her for her failure. Or they might have thought she'd turn against them or something like that.
The Sith Empire is not the barbaric institution you portray it to be.
Be silent, Prosecutor. This is a valuable point that lends some credence to your defense, Arbiter. How could Alassa have gotten a hold of your medal?
I don't know. The medal had gone missing some time ago. I never found out what happened to it.
Oh,
it's possible the Sith had stolen it and had it planted on the body.
Supposition, Your Honors?
True, but it does have merit and deserves consideration. Is there anything else you wish to ask the accused? I have no additional questions. Alright. So we're not going to poll the judges. The witnesses have all been called forward and questioned by both the prosecution and defense. The prosecution will now present in closing a summary of pertinent facts of this case. And I think the facts in this case are very
facts in this
straightforward.
case
Sunry-
are very straightforward. Sunry was having an affair with Elasa. He sought to end it, and the simplest, quickest method, given his hatred of the Sith, was to simply kill her. Witnesses saw Sunry fleeing the scene, and material evidence places him there at the time of the murder as well. I am confident that any informed observation of the facts will lead the judges, Your Honors, to this very conclusion.
Indeed. And your closing statements, Arbiter? No one actually witnessed the murder.
Well, that doesn't mean a
Is there another point you would like to make? Sunray was ending the affair, so the Sith killed her. Elasa was a spy, and the Sith are framing Sunray. But the Sith have been known for violence, deception, and murder before. That is also true. Is there another point you wish to make?
The Sith would not leave the metal of her...
Your time for argument does bring up a valid point. Is there anything else you would like to say? My arguments are complete. I'm not going to try to make this critical argument because that's one of the things that I think is flag. This court hereby finds Sunry innocent of the murder of the Sith Elasa.
Your Honors, no!
The verdict has been delivered and this trial is now over.
Oh, Sunry, I'm so glad.
Elora, thank you for saving me. I don't know how I can repay you. Elora and I are going to leave here and get as far away from all this as soon as we can. I and the Republic will not forget what you've done for us. Thank you.
Alrighty. So now we will talk to Jolie, and we'll see what he has to say about this. Now we'll move away from it. Always feel bad about the idea of talking right in front of the judges about the fact that, yeah, we just got a guilty man off.
Got something on your mind, dude?
You mentioned something about your wife before, so what do you think of Sunry's verdict?
Innocent. I don't know what to make of it, to tell the truth. Do you think justice has been done?
I don't know what to make of it. Do you think true justice has been done? No, not
But
really.
that has little to do with the law, doesn't it?
But that has
Sad
little to
state
do
of
with the law.
affairs, that. Too bad, really. Sunry was a good man once. I don't want to talk about this anymore. My jaw aches.
Alrighty. So we are going, now that we have wrapped up Sunry's trial, we have wrapped things up with the star map, as well as the Sith disappearing Selkath with the Sith base. It is time to head back towards the Ebon Hawk. So we will go back to the Ebon Hawk, and on the Ebon Hawk is where we'll save the game, and we will end today's stream, and then we'll resume our KotOR experience next week. I figure the next stream that we do, we should be able to wrap up the next area after this, as well as get started on Korriban. I don't think we will be able to finish Korriban on the next stream. We'll definitely get to Korban and get probably a good chunk of the way through it. And then we'll get started. I think we should have a few weeks of this playthrough left at the rate that we're going. I may end up that if we're getting down to the wire, and it looks like Elden Ring is going to release, and I want to get that started. We may do a stream the day that Elden Ring releases on the Switch. So, like, that's my goal, is to kind of wrap this up and then replace our Friday afternoon streams with Elden Ring streaming as I play through the storyline on Switch 2 and try to use a different build than I've ever used before. So we're going to do that. We'll get things set up, and we'll try to get this playthrough wrapped up here over the next couple of weeks. And that'll be it for today. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the stream, and I hope to see you again here next time. Remember, like, follow, subscribe. You can find me on YouTube, Instagram, technically TikTok. I do have an account. I do need to start uploading shorts too, especially at some of my Pocopia builds. Once again, I'd like to remind people, Sunday we have Shiny Sunday, where we'll be doing our shiny hunting, as well as a Stardew Valley stream that evening. And we may end up having a Stardew Valley stream later tonight as well. Kind of depends on how some things go. I think I may have D&D or something going on later tonight. We'll see how that goes. Yeah. And then on Wednesday, August 5th, our Pocopia DLC goes live, and I will be, as soon as I get up and get cognitive enough to get on stream, I will be on stream, and we will start streaming the playthrough of the DLC as I unlock stuff. So thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you here soon.